Are you the kind of manager who lasers in on every minor detail? Do you need to be carbon copied on every email? Are you rarely satisfied with your team? Then it suffices to say that you could be a micromanager. Do you resent being micromanaged? Or do you rely on being micromanaged in order to perform at your best? Micromanagement is where managers control and reminds employees of their work and direct their functioning and every decision making. This often has a negative connotation because it removes autonomy and leaves productive individuals with self-regulating abilities feeling undermined and undervalued. Managers may micromanage for a host of reasons, such as fear of losing control, insecurity or inexperience managing, a history of lack of skilled employees, conscious incompetence, as well as the perception that employees have low professional integrity. Let's explore some of the impacts of micromanagement in the workplace, how to evaluate if you are micromanaging or are being micromanaged, and ways to transform your management or your working experience. Micromanagement denotes a tone of mistrust, and this has the potential to dent the morale of teams, thereby limiting their capacity to grow and develop. Additionally, it hampers the manager's ability to tend to issues that are really important. If managers are busy focusing their attention on the micro-level details of several assignments, that diminishes the room to give thought to the bigger picture. There is no disputing that changing those managerial approaches will be challenging. However, it is a challenge that will pay off because managers and employees will succeed and workplace productivity will increase. The reality is, micromanagement leaves staff feeling trapped, disempowered, unable to make important decisions, and reluctant to be held accountable for outcomes that they feel aren't resulting from their own decision making. Deciding to step back and give the team the opportunity to utilize their talents, their initiative, and professional autonomy may not show immediate results because change takes time before the impacts may be seen. Nevertheless, ultimately, the team will perform much better with greater accountability when there is less interference. Are you the kind of manager who lasers in on every minor detail? Do you need to be carbon copied on every email? Are you rarely satisfied with your team? Then it suffices to say that you could be a micromanager. Micromanaging is a habit that many find hard to break. Some people downplay their propensities by labeling themselves as a control freak or by claims of keeping a tight ship or close tabs on their team. However, these are poor excuses for what is excessive meddling and undermining of individuals in which you are showing a complete lack of confidence. What can you do to give your team the space, training, and support they need to successfully perform their duties and grow? How could you better prioritize what requires your direct input, and how could you be able to find comfort in stepping back and allowing your team to perform their duties and their responsibility in a safe and successful working environment? Reflect on your practice to develop an awareness of why you micromanage. Could it be from the concern that things will reflect badly on you if the team does not perform the task exactly as you would? Are you concerned you'll feel out of touch if you are not immersed in the details and that leads to you overcompensating? What is the core of your micromanagement? Whilst it seems good to get jobs done quickly and well, it is only your perception that micromanagement supports in success, because research has shown that to be far from the reality. Micromanagement is harmful to any team, and their development is hampered by your interference. Consider the benefits you could gain if you stopped micromanaging. Chiefly, more time to fulfill your roles and responsibility with a fresh and energized mind, and a more productive and accountable workforce. Here are some actions to take to eliminate micromanagement in the workplace. Firstly, get feedback. Have a third party collect anonymized information from your team to assure educators that you are unlikely to find out exactly what they say. What you hear may be sobering. Secondly, prioritize what matters and what doesn't. Decide what matters most. Highlight the big factor areas where you truly add value and invest most of your energies there. Remember, the real work of leaders is developing and articulating a compelling and strategic, relevant vision for their team. Focus on ensuring that you are doing that and making the steps to bring that vision to reality. Thirdly, talk to your team. Communicate your priorities to the team, clarifying what you need them to seek your guidance and approval on. Suggest how they could keep you in the loop and the frequency of status reports, clarifying the level of details that you require. Finally, solicit their feedback on clarity of objectives and how you can provide developmental support. Fourthly, step back slowly. Fight your micromanagement impulse and pull back slowly. Have purposefully placed leaders to provide relevant feedback on project advancements or initiate more frequent update reports over the lifetime of any project, if that would help you better evaluate your need for involvement. This will help you to decide if you have given too much autonomy too early, or educators are perfectly confident and capable to achieve their mandate and more. Action number 5, build trust. Your team members are used to you not having confidence in them. They may want to come to you for approval before taking charge of a project. Reaffirm them by avoiding the urge to excessively scrutinize or insisting on being CC'd in every email, and try not to overreact if things do not go exactly as you wanted. Remember, the fact that they're done differently does not negate success. And action number 6, know your employees' limitations. Knowing the educator's strength and their limitations aid in the decision to appoint them as project leaders. Provide them working partnerships that could complement as a means of co-coaching, and provide developmental feedback to educators when they have completed any project or undertaking. Remember, micromanagement is distasteful to most people. Reflect on your management approach and regulate your need for control. Refine your list of high-value priorities and come to an agreement with your team as to how you will keep abreast of their progress. Avoid reneging on your expressed confidence. Avoid overreacting when things do not go exactly as you would like, because this doesn't mean that they haven't been done well. Exercising confidence reports to your team that you trust their capacity to fulfill their jobs efficiently and effectively. Don't remove yourself too much, though, to the point where you become out of touch. Provide your team with relevant and timely training for the roles and responsibilities they bear. Which of these factors relate to your management style? Which of these actions will you be taking?